Tommy Tonight, Tommy Tonight. You are watching Tommy Tonight. He's telling lots of jokes and they're really funny. Everyone's watching Tommy be funny. Because the Mets are really sucking the ball, hitting those jokes right over the wall. East side, west side. Everybody's watching the stream. The TOMMY tonight on New York Town. But it's actually in LA. Hey, what's up, everybody? Tommy Meyer here. Welcome to Tommy Tonight. You guys like my theme song? I do. Because it's really annoying. Just wait till it plays on repeat while you're waiting for the stream to start. That's gonna suck. As if that's not upsetting enough. In all seriousness, actually. Tonight we're going to be talking about a subject that may be upsetting for some people. Honestly, it's upsetting for me, but I won't even compare the way I feel to the way someone who may have been through something like this feels. So I just, in all earnestness, wanted to put that disclaimer out there before we get started. We're going to be talking about what's sort of been the elephant in the room or so the last month. No, not... Why does everything have to be about you? Plus, he's not a... An elephant never forgets, and that man has the memory of a goldfish.
I want to say, Timbaland? No? Transformers? It's a great movie. I give up. I don't know. I give up.
No, we're talking about the sexual assault allegations against Joe Biden being made by Tara Reid. No, not that Tara Reid. That Tara Reid. Although, funny story, this Tara Reid has been getting harassed on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, sorry, Twitter. According to the New York Post, which is the paper of record, the actress Tara Reid wants everyone to stop comparing her to the other Tara Reid. She says, I opened up Twitter and people were telling me, you're a wrong bad person. I was like, who did what to who? You've lost your mind. Also, I like how it says Reid as in the star of Sharknado. Really? Sharknado? That's the first Tara Reid movie you think of? It's like saying Jeff Goldblum of Man of the Year fame. She goes on to ask a very poignant question. Are people really that stupid? I mean, come on. Have you met people? Exhibit A. This is a tweet from Primetime Purity on April 15th. Her Pura tweet says, Tara Reid has had countless opportunities to grow as an actress. She's been in the industry for more than 20 years, but instead, she insists on starring in 5 Sharknado movies. Now she's claiming that Joe Biden sexually assaulted her. It won't work. #resist. Don't think that's what that hashtag's for. Just... Anyway, getting back to the task at hand. This Tara Reid and her claims against Joe Biden. Now, full disclosure, I have been a big Joe Biden supporter since the beginning. I had been hoping that he would run since 2016, and since he's announced, I've been volunteering for the campaign, I've donated money, I've worked tirelessly making calls, sending texts, knocking on doors. I tell you this because I know, obviously, I can't be completely objective in all this, but I'm going to try my best, because ultimately, I think we all just want the truth, right? Ultimately, I'd like to know if the man that I've spent all this time and money and effort trying to get elected is, in fact, the person that I thought he was. It's really, really tempting to just say this didn't happen and look the other way, but I don't think that we should hold people we like to a lower standard than people we don't like. If anything, we should hold them to a higher standard. If you believe someone is extraordinary, then expect them to be extraordinary, right? It goes without saying. Now, I'm not going to go over every single little detail of the story, but basically, Tara Reid alleges that in 1993, when she was working in Biden's Senate office, that Biden pinned her up against a wall, and, I'm not, sorry, I don't feel comfortable saying it. I'm just going to let him do it.
Grab him by the...
Nice. If you want a total overview of everything we know and don't know, or at least that we knew and didn't know up until that time, on April 12th, the New York Times and the AP both did really good articles on it. They did exhaustive investigations, and they'll basically get you caught up. Or, if you want to hear it straight from Tara Reid herself, you can listen to the Katie Halper podcast, where she originally made the claim. So, while you do that, I'm going to go run to the restroom, okay? So, I'll be right back. Just give me a sec. It's hot. Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo. You guys all finished? Awesome. Let's keep going. That bit was getting old anyway. Okay, so to sum everything up, Reed accused Biden of sexual assault. She filed a police report a few weeks ago and says that she filed a sexual harassment complaint back in 1993, but not one for sexual assault. A number of people have corroborated that she either told them about the incident at the time or a few years later, including her brother and a friend who wished to remain anonymous for safety concerns. However, staffers who worked with her in Biden's office claim that he insisted on having nothing but a professional work environment, and the 3 people she says she complained to claim that those conversations never happened. Now, there were a couple of new developments just in the last week or so. Video surfaced of a woman that appears to be Tara Reid's mother calling into Larry King Live back in 1993. And in the video, she asks what her daughter can do about a prominent senator that she has a problem with. She doesn't want to go to the press out of respect for him. And then Business Insider interviewed 2 new people that corroborated Reid's story, or corroborated that she told them about the incident either shortly after it happened or a few years later, including a fellow staffer in another office and a former neighbor, the first to go on the record to corroborate her story. Now, for their part, the Biden campaign has denied the allegation, but Biden himself hadn't addressed it personally until this past week. After the new developments, pressure began to grow on him from both inside and outside the campaign, and he finally addressed it Friday morning when he was interviewed on Morning Joe. In that interview, Biden unequivocally denied the allegation. He said that the incident never occurred, and when asked if he remembered Reid, Biden said no. Though that's not surprising. The man can barely remember what office he's running for.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other guy. Give me a look, though, okay?
Who do you think you're running against? Yourself? Well, you are kind of your own worst enemy. Now, Biden also wrote a letter to the Secretary of the Senate calling for a search of the Senate archives. Why is that important? Well, because Reid claims that she filed a sexual harassment complaint against him, and if she did, that's where it would be. The secretary wrote back to him that she cannot lawfully release those records, so Biden asked if she could confirm or deny the existence of a record, and as of this taping, we're yet to hear back. Now, Reid, for her part, was supposed to go on Fox News on Sunday, but canceled the interview in the wake of Biden's denial. She said she's still processing things. And then Saturday, the AP reported that Reid told them that the complaint might not specifically mention sexual harassment. It might be more vague. So that's where we are right now. Yikes. Yikes, yeah. This thing seems almost written so that there's no clear answers. I mean, there seems to be an equal amount of evidence both for and against the allegation. I don't know. I mean, we'll probably never know the truth. Only 2 people in the world really know for sure whether or not this happened.
By the way, this is my little sister, Valerie, and I'm Jill's husband. Oh, no, oh, you switched on me. This is my wife. This is my sister.
Only 1 person in the world knows for sure whether or not this happened. For the rest of us, all we can do is weigh the evidence for and against and try to come to the best conclusion possible. Honestly, I don't know. I know that's not maybe a satisfactory answer. It may seem like a cop-out, but it's the only honest answer I can give. I really don't know. I think there's a good argument for either side. Now, I'm glad that Biden finally addressed the allegation and called for a search of the Senate archives, but it's not enough, especially in the wake of the secretary saying that she can't release the records. Biden's personal papers are housed at the University of Delaware, where they're set to be released 2 years after he leaves public life. Thus far, Biden has refused to make those papers public. He says that the papers wouldn't contain personnel files, but they could contain things like position papers or conversations he's had with world leaders that Trump and his allies can take out of context and use as political fodder. And that's a legitimate concern. It's actually normal for people to keep things like that under wraps while they're running for president. Al Gore still hasn't released his Senate papers, though I assume all they contain is his secret plot to make up global warming so that he can trick us into polluting less and having cleaner air to breathe. Also, the existence of Man Bear Pig.
Man, bear, pig. Man.
My Al Gore sounds exactly like my Trump. Look, I don't think that all of Biden's papers should be made public. That would be political suicide. However, there's no reason why an independent investigator, someone he trusts, someone agreed upon by both parties, can't comb through his files looking for anything pertaining to Tara Reid or sexual assault or sexual harassment. Sorry. Full transparency is the only way that this thing has even a chance of being resolved. Now, many of Biden's colleagues have come to his defense, most notably probably Republican Lindsey Graham, who said he could never see Biden doing this, that it's completely out of character. But it's the Democrats that have been getting hammered for having a double standard, wanting to afford Biden the due process that they did not want to afford to Brett Kavanaugh. In fact, DNC Chair Tom Perez even shrugged off the need for an investigation. He said if there was any issue, it would have come up when Biden was vetted to be vice president. Perez also compared this scandal to Hillary's emails as a way of saying it's a big nothing burger, you know. I think that's a great analogy, but actually for a different reason. Hillary Clinton likely lost the election. That's a good alliteration. Hillary Clinton likely lost the election because she deleted those 30,000 emails. Doesn't matter what was in them. Doesn't matter. The fact that she deleted them made her look guilty. So I'm begging you, Joe. I'm begging. Don't make the same mistake as Hill Dog. If you refuse to allow an independent investigator to search through your papers, people are going to assume you have something to hide. Tell the truth. The truth, as they say, shall set you free. Unless you're Donald Trump, in which case the truth's probably going to get you sent to jail. You should lie. I don't have to tell him that. He knows. He knows. And my message to my fellow Biden supporters is simple. Be consistent. Demand the truth, even if the truth is something you don't want to hear. It's really easy to say you're going to hold people you like accountable, but it's another thing to actually do it. Kind of like when you say if you hit someone's car, you'd leave a note, but then when it actually happens, it's really tempting to just drive away. So, fellow Bideneers, that's what we call ourselves. That's not. I just made that up right now. Fellow Biden supporters, don't drive away. Leave a note. That's all the time I got for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel to get the latest vids. And if you're watching on another thing, go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. No matter where you're watching, no matter what you're doing, no matter who you are, unless you're Donald Trump, have a great night. Trump, have a good night. Just good. I don't want you to have a great night. Just a good one. That's I don't want you to have a bad night either. I just, it's